Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at yet another wonderful mod, this time in the form of the laser cannon, which is being made by user Mike Moore. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is this, a giant freaking laser cannon, and how could you not love that? In fact, I've really been enjoying my time with this gun, which is honestly kind of odd for me, because even though I do love energy weapons in this franchise, I've never really been much of a fan of heavy weapons, and this, of course, is a heavy weapon. In fact, it's adding to the currently quite small, paltry list of energy-based heavy weapons, which I do quite enjoy that fact. So let's take a look at what this gun is and how you get it, etc. So first, let's take a closer look at it here in the Pip-Boy. And it's a pretty nice laser cannon overall. I really do enjoy the modeling and texturing on this, though I think the texturing could use a little bit of touch-up work in some of the black areas. I don't know why, it just seems to be a little bit off to me. Frankly, the design itself is quite interesting and somewhat designed, and of course the whole thing is kind of, shall we say, inspired by the Spartan laser, which may be quite obvious considering it's a giant freaking laser cannon, but hey, that's still fun. And overall is quite a cool little weapon. Well, I say little, it's really quite the opposite. Now, damage-wise, at the base level with the standard receiver, it'll do 140 energy base damage. It's powered by fusion cores, which is definitely something to keep note because, well, you'll be shooting this gun with the exact same ammunition that you use with your power armor. But don't worry, this thing does not chew through energy cores left and right. In fact, it takes quite a while to go through a single energy core with one of these. It's quite, what's a good word for it? I guess economical on the ammo. Its fire rate, on the other hand, is extraordinarily slow, with a fire rate of 5. A range of 814, though, which is greatly impressive, 70 accuracy, 14.3 weight, and a value of 205. Now, how you get your hands on one of these things will be a little bit difficult, frankly. Now, you could, of course, cheat it in with the console commands like I did, but if you want to get it the good old-fashioned way, you will find these laser cannons on gunners. And only gunners. They are quite rare, but they will start to spawn at about level 30 for you, and so that is definitely something to keep note. If you don't find one for a while, they are meant to be a rare weapon, as it would be kind of odd if every gunner you came across was dealing a huge crap load of damage right at your face, so definitely avoid that. And yeah, that is the basics of the laser cannon there. Again, a fusion core ammo found on gunners starting at around level 30. Now, for the gun itself, if we pull this baby back out, you'll see that we do have currently 5 rounds in the magazine. If we hit R there, excellent, there we go. And that does not mean that one fusion core will only fire 5 bullets. Quite the opposite. If we do fire it once, twice, it's going to take a little bit to go through all 5 because, of course, the slow firing rate. When we do reload, you'll notice something interesting after this one. There we go, lovely reload animation. We're still on 71 fusion cores. That's because you're actually going to get about 100 shots. Well, you should get a full 100 shots. Essentially, per each tick of the energy core energy, you are going to get 1 shot out of this thing. So after a full fusion core, after 100 shots, that's when it will finally go down to use another. Despite the fact that it does have a reload animation after 5, I think that's kind of a relic of the past for this one, because the original design, according to the mod maker, was to only fire 5 shots per fusion core, but that seemed a bit too extreme. And so you fire 5 shots, you technically reload, you fire 5 more, etc., etc., until you burn through a full 100 shots. Now, as for the sound, I'm going to shut up here while we do fire off a few shots, and listen quite closely. It's a pretty interesting sound. It's actually a modified version of the Minuteman firing sound, or the Minuteman laser musket firing sound. So have a listen to this. There we go. I really do like it has that good sort of strong base to it. They didn't just mildly modify the Minuteman musket sound, they really did change it pretty nicely, so I do enjoy that thoroughly. Now, as for what you can do with this mod-wise, let's go to the crafting bench and take a look at our standard one here. Now, we'll have a couple of different receivers, 4 in total. We have the standard one, of course, being standard, a photon exciter which will improve critical shot damage and accuracy, the beta wave tuner which will add burning damage and improved range, and hey, who doesn't love burning damage, and finally a boosted capacitor which will improve the damage but reduce the ammo capacity on it. But it is quite nice, as you can see, adding 175 total to the damage there, which is pretty good. Now, if we go back out, we also have muzzles for a mod slot, and we have 2 options in here for additions. We have the beam focuser, which will increase range, accuracy, and recoil, and turns it to 224. That is a whole lot of damage, so make that with the overcharge capacitor here. Oh boy, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. And then the beam splitter, which does increase damage from 140 to 154, but will greatly reduce the range, though it went from what, 814 to 718. That's not exactly the lowest drop ever, but it is less accurate, but it does split it into multiple projectiles. I think this one's probably my favorite. But yes, I've already modified 2 different laser cannons here, but let's actually add a different receiver. Let's do, yes, what the heck, the beta wave tuner. I do enjoy that one because it is burning damage after all, and who doesn't love to light enemies on fire? And if we pull this baby out now, it should fire a good burst, and, well, let's see if we can actually try to light one of these bushes on fire. Sometimes it works with guns, sometimes it doesn't. But yes, we're getting some good incendiary damage now, and if we did have an enemy to shoot at, well, oh, they'd be lit on fire. Now, the next one, of course, the focused beam, does change it a little bit, and does add quite a bit of power there, but pretty much fires the same as always. And if we go to the scattered laser gun there, excellent, we have the beam splitter, which I do enjoy, because of course we get several projectiles out of it. As you can see from the water down there, several different, I believe we get 3 different distinct beams. Looks like 2 there, 2 there, 3 there. Yeah, so we got a good 3 beams coming out of this, which is quite nice indeed. And yeah, this is the laser cannon. I really love this thing. Let's pull out the incendiary one to take out our usual shot on the dog over here. Oh, this poor wild mongrel. He always takes so much damage from us, though shooting him from this range might be interesting. I should actually mention, while he's rolling in the mud there, that this gun, being a heavy weapon, does get modified by the heavy gunner perk. So what the hell, we'll use our critical shot on him for this. And goodbye, my friend. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. How sad for him. But wonderful for us. It is a pretty good gun. And yes, just to reiterate again, since I meant to say it earlier, but you do have the ability to modify with your perks with the heavy gunner perk there will affect this weapon just like any other heavy guns. Let's take a look at this baby out here, and it is pretty beautiful. Oh, look at that gorgeous gun. I just love the size of the thing. It is beautiful and gorgeous and, frankly, gigantic. And yeah, that is the laser cannon. If you would like to have a go at this for yourself, and I definitely say for you to have a try, you can take a look at the link in the description as always, and go have fun with it, go blow away some people with it. It's pretty darn effective, especially, like I said, with that beam focuser and the overcharge capacitor. Oh man, you do a lot of damage. And again, does have pretty effective range. You could take out a vertibird with a couple of shots with one of these things with some good VATS hits. But that is going to be it for today, folks. I hope you have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next when we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.